Good morning, students. Welcome in video lecture of electronics devices and circuits. In previous lecture, we discussed the FET biasing. That means methods of FET biasing. That means in that, as per syllabus, we discussed the self biasing method for FET. That means it is having three gate biasing, self biasing, voltage divider biasing. But from that, we discussed only self biasing method for FET. That means in that, the source resistance RS, the resistance which is connected to the source terminal, that source terminal resistor, whatever the voltage drop across that source terminal, it is there. Due to that, the biasing voltage it is applied to the gate terminal in the reverse manner, right? That how it is providing that voltage as a VGS, that we discussed one without considering the external source voltage that we think discussed in that particular previous lecture. In this today's lecture, we are going to discuss the ZFET as an amplifier and its analysis, that means common source and its frequency response. Here common source JFET, how it is implemented as an amplifier, that we are going to discuss, and its frequency response we are going to discuss now. If we are going to discuss the amplifier as a ZFET, we have to again compare with a BJT, right? That means whenever the transistor circuit, which is considered as an amplifier in a common emitter amplifier mode, using the BJT transmitter, okay, that is a normally it is considered one. But small signal amplifiers can be made using the FET transistor. Here, in this slide, I want to say that BJT transistors are mostly commonly used for that particular amplification purpose, by using the common emitter amplifier like that, right? But for small signal amplifiers also can be made up using the FET. It is not that case that only BJT it is considered. FET is also used for that such a thing. Now, okay, so only the advantage of this FET is that it is giving the high input impedance and low noise as compared to that particular BJT, right? That is a very good advantage of this particular, you can see that FET as the amplifier. Now, firstly, what we have to do is that in that, whenever we are considering FET as the amplifier, in that we have to suitable quotient point, that is Q point, we have to find out for that particular correct biasing of a FET amplifier circuit with a single amplifier configuration of a common source, right? That means whatever the I am said that common source, but whatever the combination may be there, for that we have to find out the quotient point, that means Q point, in a proper manner for the biasing purpose of that JFET amplifier. That configuration may be common source, that may be common drain, or it is a source follower, or finally the common gate configuration, right? Like from for that we have to consider suitable Q point. Normally, the common source JFET amplifier is the most widely used JFET amplifier design. That means whenever you are considering the JFET amplifier, the common source JFET amplifier, that means common source configuration, it is mostly utilized one, right? So this is the thing related to the common source. So that's why today we are going to discuss common source JFET amplifier. Okay, in this slide I shown the how the the amplifier circuit it is built one, and in that how the common source amplifier it is considered one, or configuration it is considered one, JFET is considered one as a amplifier, right? Now here phi in it is after that V in input we are considering one C1 capacitor, and then we are consider the R1 and R2 as the voltage divider or biasing circuit for that particular gate terminal, and RS it is having the parallel capacitor which is connected to the source terminal of a JFET, and the as usual the D terminal, that means drain terminal, it is having the RD resistance. Okay, now output it is taken at the drain terminal. Now whatever the input it is applied one, that is a sine wave form if you are considering one, this particular common source, we already know that common source configuration of JFET circuit it is giving the 180-degree cosine wave at the output side, right? So this consideration it is considered one, right? So here n channel JFET it is connected as the amplifier circuit in which that is having the common configuration, common source, not only common configuration, common source configuration, right? And here the gate voltage, that means VG, it is biased through the potential divider by the R1 and R2 network, resistor R1 and R2 network, and this bias to operate within the saturation region, which is equivalent to the active region of a bipolar junction in a transistor. That means whatever in transistor bipolar junction it is considered the biasing concept, that same it is utilized for this particular common source uh, JFET amplifier. That means here R1 and R2 resistors, network resistors, they are providing the VG voltage, so that that particular gate junction it is reverse biased one, right? It is reverse biased one. That means the negative gate voltage it is given with respect to the source required to modulate or control the drain current, right? To control the drain current ID here, that R1 and R2 they are providing that such a voltage to the gate terminal, okay, in the form of the VGS, in the form of the VGS. This is the some sort of the circuit consideration for this particular JFET amplifier, right? Now, and in this I already said that one capacitor which is connected with the source terminal with the parallel with that particular RS, right? Okay, in this, as I just said that in this amplifier the biasing it is provided potential divider which is allowing the input signal to produce the voltage at the gate voltage at the gate. That means whenever you are considering the V signal which is giving the sine wave, that means at the gate terminal that may be rise or that may be fall, right? And accordingly that as per that sinusoidal signal, okay, accordingly that sinusoidal signal, that voltage it is given by this particular R1 and R2. Then here whatever the resistance or resistor it is connected as a potential divider network at the gate terminal, that producing the voltage, so that means that DC voltage you can see that, so that that gate biasing it is done one, right? Gate biasing it is done one in the sense what happens, that particular, here I want to say that that reverse voltage or negative voltage it is provided to that particular gate terminal, so that that gate junction it should be in a reverse manner, and due to that whatever that sinusoidal wave, that means rise and fall of that particular sinusoidal waveform is there, that is properly passed through that particular junction. That is the main consideration of this particular thing, and that VG voltage which is developed by this particular, you can see that potential divider, okay, it is given by that particular equation, and that equation is nothing but Vg is equal to VDD into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 divided by R1 plus R2. That is the consideration for this particular, you can see that amplifier. Are you getting what I want to say here? That means whenever you are considering without V in, whenever you are considering this amplifier, at that time, that resistor, that means voltage potential divider R1 and R2, they should provide the proper biasing voltage to the gate terminal. So that when you are applying the V in, that is sinusoidal waveform as shown in the figure, for that rise in that particular V in, that gate should be produced that particular voltage, and for the negative cycle, right, positive cycle and negative cycle, for that rise and fall, whatever the sine waveform is there, accordingly it should be provided that particular signal, right? That is the, or it should be developed that particular voltage. That is the main concept is okay. Now up to now what we are discussed one, how the that particular consideration it is done one. Now when input signal it is applied one, okay, at that time this common source jet amplifier that which is considered applied to that particular amplifier, that means to the gate terminal, okay, one and the negative terminal, in between that you are applying the V for this particular common source jet amplifier, right? Now with the constant value of gate voltage Vg applied, the JFET operates within its ohmic region. Vg, whatever we are developed one, it is a constant one, and due to the input signal, whatever the input signal it is given, accordingly that and Vg voltage, that JFET it is operate in a ohmic region, acting like a linear resistive device. Okay, and whatever the drain current which is contains the load resistor RD, the output voltage it is developed across that particular resistance, load resistance, right? Output voltage it is considered as the load resistance. Oh, okay. Now that means in this circuit, if you gone through this particular circuit, suppose V in you are applying to the gate terminal and the zero potential, that means the ground terminal. In between that we are applying the that particular input signal, right? And here due to the VG voltage at the gate, okay, the ohmic region it acting as a linear resistive device, and that particular ID current which is flowing through the drain circuit, okay, which is having the load resistance RD, okay, at that point the output voltage it is developed one across that particular resistance, that means that is considered at the output side, that means output it is considered at the drain terminal. Okay, accordingly this particular input waveform and output whatever the voltage, all these things it is considered here. Here Vs, VGS, okay, then ID current, all these are considered VD voltage which is developed at that particular terminal, that is considered one, and lastly AC output, AC output, that means V naught. Here Vs is nothing but in waveform, this Vs is nothing but the input voltage, input supply at the V in, right? Vs is nothing but V in given to this particular thing. Accordingly, you are getting the V out as the this particular totally in AC format as the inverse 180 degree phase shift we are getting here, right? And accordingly, all other signals are considered in this particular device. Okay, getting my point? So remember this thing what I explained here. Now, up till now, how the amplifier it is working one, how the amplifier it is reacting that particular input signal, and with the DC voltages that may be at the gate terminal and the applied VDD, okay, due to that ID current it is flowing one, that all thing it is we discussed one, and when input V in it is applied one, then how the output or that particular due to the VG, how the this particular linear ohmic region, how that particular resistance it is increasing one, it is linearly, how it is considered one, that is we discussed one. Now, apart from that, if you want to know more about it, that means we have to consider the parameters. Which parameters? Input, output impedance, and voltage gain. These parameters we have to consider one for this particular. You can say that JFET amplifier, right? And for that analysis, we have to consider the equivalent circuit of this particular. You can say that whatever the figure, just I just shown the circuit diagram of this particular JFET amplifier, its equivalent circuit we have to draw, right? And here the two figures I shown you here. First one is the its AC equivalent circuit for that particular common source JFET circuit, and another is the substitution of the FET equivalent circuit into the common source AC equivalent. That means by considering the R1, its input impedance, VI input, then that particular gate resistance. Okay, all these things we have to consider one accordingly. Again, that VGS, then RD resistance of that particular drain circuitry, then RD load resistance, and the J. That all things we have to consider. That means input side we have to see the equivalent, and output side we have to see equivalent. So for that reason, just here the equivalent circuit of this particular common source circuit, it is shown one for this particular amplifier circuit. That means original circuit is the like this, right? And its equivalent circuit, first is the AC equivalent and second is the substitution equivalent we are considering. And from that we have to calculate the parameter Zi, then Zg, that particular impedance due to the gate, and Zd drain, and Z0, that means the output. That we have to consider one. And accordingly we have to calculate the all the parameters as well as the gain voltage. Okay, now here input impedance. The input impedance of the FET, it is given by that particular equation equivalent circuit as the Pg is equal to Rg. Here Pg is equal to Rg. That means by considering the RGS in the sense that particular gate to source resistance, it is considered. By that is the input impedance of that particular FET. But here what we are considering, R1 and R2 we are again considered to biasing purpose. By considering that this particular Zg, okay, it is parallel with that particular R1 and R2. It is parallel with that particular R1 and R2. So due to that, whatever the circuit impedance it is there, it becomes as the Zi is equal to, now Zi is the total impedance, is equal to R1 parallel to R2, because they are sim as the R1 is already in equivalent circuit, R1 and R2 they are likes as the parallel resistance. Okay, and these two are again parallel with that particular Zg, because that Zg is nothing but again RGS, right? So here Z input impedance of that circuit, it is given as Zi is equal to R1 parallel to R2 parallel to Zg, and as this Zg is very large one, the input impedance it is determined only by the biasing resistor. It is determined by only the biasing resistor. That is the Zi is equal to R1 parallel to R2. Now next one is the output impedance. Now output impedance of the FET drain terminal, it is given as Zd. Okay, because it is considered at the drain terminal, so it is given as the Zd, it is equal to Rd. It is equal to Rd in the sense that drain resistance. Now another we are considering one, that circuit resistance Rd, which is connected with that drain terminal. Okay, so it seems parallel, it is the parallel with that particular Zd in that particular circuitry, equivalent circuitry. So the output impedance of that particular circuit, it is defined as the Z0 is equal to Rd parallel with the that means resistance, drain load resistance, we can call it is the load resistance RD, which is connected to the drain terminal, okay, parallel to the RD, small RD, that means equivalent that drain, actual drain resistance. And this drain resistance RD is a larger one in terms of the kilo ohms, which is larger than that resistance connected externally as the RD. So output impedance, it is determined the RD resistance which is connected to the that particular drain resistance. So Z0 is equal to RD. Z0 is equal to RD. You can see there RD which is parallel with that particular drain resistance RD. Okay, and that's why Z0 is directly consider the load resistance RD. Right now, by considering all these particular equivalent circuitry of this particular our amplifier circuit, then the gain voltage, okay, gain voltage, it is calculated or it is given as AV is equal to phi out divided by phi in, and by considering the equivalent circuit, that means all the parameters, right, it is again calculated as the AV is equal to minus YFS RD parallel to again RD is equal to RL. So this is the voltage gain which is calculated by considering the equivalent circuit concept. Concept. Now, last one is the frequency response. Here, low frequency and high frequency. These two concept it is considered in this particular amplifier circuit, right? And this in this frequency response, the lower cutoff frequency, it is normally set by the source bypass capacitors and can be affected by the coupling capacitors. So here source capacitor is also considered one. Source capacitor is also, bypass capacitor is also considered one, and that source bypass capacitor, it can be affected by the coupling capacitor which is considered at the input side. So all these considered for the your input frequency response, sorry, low frequency response. And next one is the high frequency response. In that high frequency have parameters such as input admittance, output conductance, and forward transconductance. By using that particular parameters, here the high frequency response, it is calculated or considered one for this particular amplifier, and for that again this particular frequency response, it is analyzed by using the input capacitance and FET capacitance. That means that particular input capacitance, source capacitance, and drain capacitance, these all are considered, and by using that this frequency response, it is considered for this particular JFET amplifier. Okay, so this is the all about the JFET amplifier and its analysis and its frequency response. So today we discussed how the JFET it is considered as the amplifier, and how that means here we have discussed the common source configuration for the amplification purpose, and here R1 and R2, whatever the voltage divider or network is there, how it is considered for this particular circuitry for biasing purpose, and accordingly by using the equivalent circuit, we did the analysis of this particular circuit, and from that we calculated the input impedance, output impedance, voltage gain, and frequency response we are considered by using the input capacitance and the FET capacitors. These things are we today discussed one. So guys, if you are having any query or you want to know more about it, you can call me at any time, or you can share the things with me, and I will try to share or clarify your all the queries. Okay, so be touch with me, or be in touch, and be safe. Okay, be in touch and be safe, and study well. Okay, thank you guys.